So, Mark, why did you decide to do hair transplantation?
I think the initial thought came when I was 25, Doctor. I was in San Diego, California, had a great assignment out there, and had just come back from the beach, getting ready for the evening with some friends out in the town. And getting out of the shower, there's always that initial impression when you come out, and for the first time you look up and you realize that your hair is receding. And that was the initial thought that I had. So years went by, and I finally was in a position to do something about it, and wanted to make a change, to recapture some of the hair that I had when I was younger.
So, why did you choose the Medical Hair Transplant Center?
Came to the Hair Transplant Center because I heard good words about the facility, you and your staff in the area, and the results that I have gotten here, not my words, but the words of other people that have seen it. I travel a lot, and every 8 days in my travels, I always like to keep my hair fairly short. So I go to a lot of different barbershops, and the words that the barbers and the people in the barbershops give me is the fact that they will ask, "I can't believe that's a hair transplant." And I will tell them that, and they're amazed that it's actually a hair transplant, and their words are, it's the best that they've ever seen.
Okay. So, if you were talking to a prospective patient, why would you tell them to come to the Medical Hair Transplant Center as compared to some of the larger hair transplant centers?
I'm sure everyone does a certain amount of professional work, but the difference between your place and the others is that I'm not sure I would get a personal phone number after the procedure to call in case there was any concerns or things that I wanted to talk about. I know the staff by name here, and it's a professional job that you did here.
So, Mark, why would you recommend someone use the Medical Hair Transplant Center as compared to some of the larger hair transplant centers?
Excellent question, Doctor. In the 21st century, there is a lot of choice, a lot of different establishments and doctors you can choose from. The first thing I did, and I'm sure any patient that comes to you, is they check your reputation and the abilities, which is exceptional. The second is when you come through the door, you're not just a patient here. You and the staff know the persons by name. You know the particular procedure that they're going to do, and after the procedure is over, you give them your own personal cell phone number in case they have any concerns or observations through that night or the rest of the week. And I'm not sure someone will get that at another facility. So it's the personal touch that you provide at your facility that keeps me coming back for the procedures, and I'm sure attracts other potential patients.
So, I get many patients who come in and they don't know what to expect. They don't know how much discomfort is going to be involved, and they might be fearful of the procedure. What could you say to them about your experience here and about the procedure itself?
Right. There is always a concern about the unknown, and the procedure is, a big step for someone that's thinking about it. I thought about it for many years, not so much that I was resistant to coming in, but just because life has a way of getting in there, and I couldn't get into to see you until a particular time. If I was going to tell someone about the procedure, I would tell them this. If you're thinking about doing it, if it's a concern, if you're waking up in the morning and you're looking at that hair loss, and it's a thought, I would say absolutely do it. The procedure I found was non-invasive. It was not painful. The healing process is very quick. You can be outside in direct sunlight within 5 to 7 days, I found, with my procedures without a hat on, and no one's going to know you had the procedure. The pain factor is low. The effects are professional, and they're immediate, and they're permanent. So for anyone that's thinking about the procedure, I would say absolutely to do it.
So, Mark, how about the cost of the procedure as compared to other places?
That was the other consideration, Doctor. The research that I did online, the cost at the other locations was more than your establishment. Not only more, but did not know the doctor that I was going to be getting if I went to these places, especially for a repeat visit. If I wanted to get a second or third transplant, which I have already done through you, you're not guaranteed the same physician or the doctor at these locations. Your price is more economical than other locations, and again, I have to say that the result is professional. Again, other people that are in the hair business, aka doctors and barbers, are saying that it's the best hair transplant that they've ever seen. One of the final thoughts that I have on it is, again, with the locations and the choices that you have on where you can go, the reason that I've come back here for so many different procedures is that it's almost like family. You know the staff by name, they know your first name, you have their phone numbers, they have you, and they'll call you just to check to see how you're doing. And I'm pretty sure that any other location you will go to, you will be hard pressed to find that personal attention